Hello and welcome to Back to School Night. My name is Catherine Young and welcome to Honors U.S. History. Before anything else, my sincere apologies for not being here tonight. I had a prior commitment booked a very, very long time ago, unfortunate timing, but I wanted to give you as real of an experience even though I couldn't be here directly. So here I am giving the presentation as if I were here. Please thank the teacher who is filling in for me right now, and please also feel free to email me on the handout which you received tonight. Go on to the first slide. And additionally, before you leave this classroom tonight, please just fill out that simple little half sheet of paper about your student and your contact information, and then you will just leave that with the teacher in here before you leave. So a little bit about myself. I graduated from the University of Maryland for both undergraduate and my graduate degrees. So undergrad I had a major in U.S. history with a focus in U.S. And then I earned my master's in curriculum and instruction from Maryland. Here at Kennedy, I am the student government sponsor this year. This will also be my third year coaching the varsity swim and dive team, and my third year sponsoring the Gay Straight Alliance here at school. Outside of school, I really enjoy reading, exercising, running, spending time with family. And yeah, that's a little bit about me. So U.S. History. This course is one of 3 required courses for your student to graduate from high school. It's U.S. History, National, State, and Local Government, and then Modern World. Okay, so in this class we focus not only on learning the historical content, but also on developing your students' academic skills, reading and writing skills, skills that are going to prepare them for real life, college, career, once they leave the walls of Kennedy High School. It's really important for us, the teachers on the U.S. History team, that the students leave here being able to write a full essay, being able to make a claim, support it with evidence, being able to analyze primary documents, compare documents over time, and to hopefully learn to enjoy the process. So the major topics we talked about this first semester, we're just wrapping up our first unit, which was on industrialization, westward expansion, and beginning to talk about urbanization. We'll move into the progressive movement, then the early 1900s, then into World War I, of course the boom of the 1920s, and then the crash of 1929 and the depression that follows, then move into the 40s and into World War II, and then in second semester we'll get into the civil rights movement, and then beyond that in the second semester. Reminders for your students when you go home is that on Tuesday, the 23rd, next Tuesday, they have their first unit test, and they received a review sheet in class today, or for my third period, it was yesterday, and they are required to complete that review sheet, and it is due on Tuesday, the 23rd, the day that they take their first unit test. It will be their first big summative, so make sure they are studying. Make sure they are studying on Monday night. The class textbook. In class, we sometimes use a textbook. We have a class set, but they do not have an actual physical textbook that they take home. They have a textbook that is online, and so they have their student login, and they can log in online and access their textbook that way. What's even more exciting than a textbook, though, is that this year, for the first time ever in Montgomery County High Schools, we have Chromebooks. They're these beautiful little laptops, which I'm going to grab one right now to show you. They are housed here in the classroom, so each student, there's enough for each student to use one during class every day. That cart stays in this classroom. It will be in this classroom all year. They're super awesome. You open them up, they automatically turn on. You can log in, and they're started within 8 seconds. These are essentially a laptop without a hard drive. The reason there's not a need for a hard drive is because everything is stored on the Google Cloud. All students have a Google for Education account, and they have 30 gigabytes of storage on there. Social Studies is the first class to pilot this year, so we are all adjusting with the new technology. It's really a game changer for how your students can learn and what we as teachers need to do to impact their learning with using the Chromebooks. It's an amazing, amazing tool. We are really lucky to have it this year. So some benefits of using the Chromebooks: it increases student accountability. Students can complete work more quickly. Students can review each other's work and give immediate feedback. They can work on the same document at the same time from 2 different computers and see each other as they work right along. It's really amazing. Students learn real life skills for college and career. Students learn what it means to be a responsible online citizen, learn how to properly research and navigate the big world of the web. We save paper, and all students' work is always saved in the drive. So there's no more excuse of, oh, I lost it or I left it at home, because all of their work is automatically saved on the Google Drive. So they should have told you about that. It's a really exciting thing for us. Grading, MCPS grading, social studies classes all follow the grading policy here. Grades are posted on Edline. You will receive an interim report halfway through the quarter. And then of course at report card time, if you don't have an Edline account, there is a station available tonight, I believe, where you can go and get that login information. 10% of your students' grade is homework. 40 is formatives. Formatives are like classwork, quizzes, maybe checks of understanding like midway through the quarter. And then summatives are always those big unit tests. The first one is on Tuesday, and then projects. They'll also have a project pretty soon following that first unit test. Late assignments. Due dates are when the assignment is due. Then there's a deadline. That is usually 5 days after the due date. 5 school days, that is. If it's turned in by the deadline, it's a 10% off automatically for getting it in late. Sometimes the students will know this in advance. The due date and the deadline will be the same date, but they'll always know that. Destination graduation. This is something that I'm involved in here at school, and many of the 9th grade teachers are involved in, since most of the students in Honors US History are in the 9th grade. Destination graduation is a group of teachers that teach primarily 9th graders that work together. We meet once a week, every week on Wednesdays, to plan success for our 9th graders. How do we reward those who are doing what they're supposed to do? What interventions can we impose for those students who aren't really keeping up with what needs to be done? What programs do we need at the school to assist our students? How can we build better relationships with our students? So the 3 focus points really here are rigor, relevance, making sure that all we do with our students are always relevant, and then building relationships. So thank you for coming tonight. Please don't hesitate to contact me via email. I am very happy to communicate with you that way, or set up an appointment to meet one-on-one if you would like. Have a great rest of your night.